What is going on? What is going on? If you are tuning in, I so appreciate it. Give a like, give a share. We are going to get through some stuff with some lightning speed. The secret sauce for today. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it's possible. Let your actions follow your footsteps. There we go. On the docket today, Neuralink's second patient is rocking Counter-Strike 2 with no hands. Casino. The casino. What? The Solana casino hasn't moved to Tron ecosystem. We might touch on that. We have a new collaboration with Casio watch. Who are they getting in bed with? Binance's new CEO. I listened to a speech that he gave. I was terribly distracted by his pocket square. And Vitalik Buterin is bullish. Vitalik Buterin is bullish on ETH. We are going to get into what all that means. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Thursday, August 22nd, and it is time for some rare bits. Now, the Bitcoin hit a weekly high of nearly 62,000 after recovering from a dip. I think we got down to about 53 or 56,300. Keep your eyes on Link, Uni, and Matic. These are tokens I like. And what's interesting about this, and I'm going to jump forward for a second, the Matic token is up 11%. The top crypto search term for the normies is Voxies, ticker sign VOXEL. That is a gaming-fi token on the Polygon ecosystem. So are we seeing the Polygon start to emerge, trying to compete with Tron and Solana and now the super fast, super inexpensive Ethereum? It is getting interesting in the kitchen. We have the Crypto Greed and Fear Index coming in at 39. It is up 13 points on the 24 hours. We are still in the fear zone. Bitcoin dominance, it has risen. Ethereum dominance is down. Just to put numbers in your head, Bitcoin dominance is at 56%. One of the recent or the last highs got up to 70%. Does that ever happen again, in your opinion? Total crypto market cap is down about 2%, coming in at $2.20 trillion. And we have 75 days until the presidential election, and things are definitely going to heat up. Let us check in on some numbers for the nerds. And as you can see, we are looking at the crypto heat map, and it is a mixture of FUD, famine, and rejoicing, depending on what tokens you are holding and what your time frame is. Getting into things, Bitcoin is currently trading just above that 60K mark, coming in at 60,441. It is flat on the hour, but up on the day, week, month. We're still down. Ethereum trading at $2,613. BNB 578. Even in a down market, this continues to climb back toward that 600 mark. Solana 143. It has been stagnant in this 140, 148 zone for a good pitch of the moment. Do we see a breakout to the good or bad? There are a couple instigating things that are coming up, which is going to drive prices even before I think September gets here. So we're going to continue to watch these things. We have XRP trading at 60 cents, Toncoin, $6.57. Again, I don't think we see this touch the $5 range again. Checking in on some of my longer plays. We have Solana, Toncoin, Avalanche, Near Protocol, Pepe, Sui, Dog with Hat, Bonk, Pith Network, Jupiter, Undo Finance, Brett, Say, Radium, Mogcoin, and Mumu the Bull. I scooped up some Mumu the Bull yesterday. It was down. It recovered a bit, but it has since retraced. We're still up about 6% on the day. Bitcoin dominance. It's really interesting. I look at so many different metrics, and the dominance figures vary depending on what analytic you look at. So I like looking at this from a couple different vantage points. And one of the things that I have up on screen is the Bitcoin and Ethereum dominance all-time high. So we can see early on, right? It's basically just all Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is dominating. We're coming in at 86%. We dipped down. I think we hit a high here about 60%. And this peak here, which was in 2020, we peaked out at about 70% Bitcoin dominance. Now, moving forward in the landscape, right? Meme coins are a new addition in a way that they are a playing field, that a lot of money is being allocated to. Money being allocated equals attention being allocated. It is a player in the ecosystem, period. We have Ethereum. Do we see Ethereum bridge out with its DeFi ecosystem now that the ETF has gone through? Do we see that as a vehicle to start pushing the Ethereum narrative? We have new players like Tron and Sunpump, the competitor to Pump.Fun, which is a meme coin generator on Solana. Is this type of attention with the Ton ecosystem enough to kick up dust and make it an actual competitor? We always had this argument, is Solana the Ethereum killer? Is this Sun token, is Tron the new killer? So it is going to be interesting to see this. The playing field was absolutely awesome to watch because it will change absolutely very quickly. Just a quick flyby. We are going to look at Bitcoin on the 5-day. It says we're going to go up. We are looking at Ethereum on the 5-day. We just got a green candle, and Solana on the 5-day, a green candle. These things are pretty accurate with the metrics that I put in. If you are looking at 5 days from now, where will we be? We are also, and I'm excited about this, watching the correlation between the percentage that President Trump will sit in the White House versus Kamala in the White House and the Bitcoin price. Now, this is another great statistic that I put out every day in my Substack. This is from a company in Germany that puts this out, and basically they have a narrative where they try and decipher what season are we in. They have some metrics that are really interesting. We are in Bitcoin season. Altcoin season has not arrived, though there are plays to make in all of these ecosystems. When we are in full drive mode, you will know it. We had a discussion on a space I was in earlier this morning that it's tough deciphering the narrative, and we haven't seen a bunch of new wallets come into the ecosystem. When Bitcoin crosses that 70K mark, that's when the flood begins, and it will go quickly. Just taking a look at DeFi Llama at the DEX volume over the last 24 hours are coming in at about $5.45 billion. That is a negative 14% change over the 24 hours. Top meme coins by market capitalization. We are going to switch to price and see has anything popped up. So really nice to see. Popcat, what is going on with this? It is up 25% on the 24 hours. Mogcoin back up 9%. Brett up 5%. Whiff up 8%. Some of the top movers in the last hour. Love this. Brainlet up 11%. That was one of my calls a couple days ago. We're going to take a look at some of my calls and what's going on the Bull X chart in a moment. Brett Base. So there is movement again. It's nice to see. We are here for it. Now, I love checking in on the poly market as a new news source. This is what people are betting on. Will Kamala publicly support tax on unrealized gains? This would be great for the crypto space. We will see. You know, it's really interesting. I think that she speaks tonight for the first time, and I listened to some behind the scenes stuff talking about she is trying to sculpt her narrative and create a story of who she is, because I don't think we've known her as a leading figure for the country. So I think she's going to try and make that footprint this evening. It will also be interesting to see how much of the muck and mire she gets into. And I want everybody in the crypto ecosystem to keep this in mind. While this is a huge issue for us, I personally do not have ovaries. And I know that many people are voting with other parameters that I understand, but I don't. I'm going to vote with my parameters. I do think that if you're not voting pro-crypto, it's a short-sighted vote. I think pro-crypto ideology and legislation will change the narrative of the government only for good. That is my hope. It reminds me of when open source software came out and people were like, you cannot create a company with software that you are going to make publicly available. That is absurd. And the opposite has happened. These companies have thrived and grown and created ecosystems that are decentralized. And it's magic. So I hope this ideology, this shift in how we look at things and how we can build and how we can cooperate together and come up with an overall community-centric idea versus a polarizing political agenda. And I think the blockchain can initiate some of that ideology. It is our best hope. Will we have mass arrests at the DNC convention? Will RFK drop out before November? If you are thinking about this, anytime we have three figures running for president, everybody knows it will most likely fall down to the two leaders. So that third candidate is always a detractor, meaning if that third candidate decided before the election to pool his or her votes with the stronger party, that unification pre-election goes a long way. If you do not think Robert Kennedy has an actual shot at being elected, why run as an independent? Are you trying to make a point? We get it. You're a fabulous candidate. I love your ideology. I don't know if you have the votes behind your campaign to run against the two frontrunners. So, do you continue to try and run knowing you're going to come in third, or do you pledge allegiance to one of the other two candidates and hope you pick the right ship? My vote is to go for the better of the two ships, and I hope you make a smart choice. Do we see Iran military response by Friday? Confirmed cases of Mpox. It is no longer called monkeypox. And who will speak at the DNC? These things are changing all the time. This morning, we looked at some of the top meme coins that were on fire. We have MAGA, Artificial Super Intelligence, Ali, Popcat, FracShare, and Ponk. These are all coins that did really well over the last 24 hours. Ponk is not on my list, though many of my friends, it is on their list of holds for the next 6 to 12 months. You should take a look at Ponk, DYOR. Some of the tokens that are down over the last 24 hours are Sundog, GigaChad, Terra Classic, Helium, and Tron. So, a couple things. It's interesting. Sundog, part of the new Sun Pump that is on Tron with Justin Sun. Tron token is down. Sundog, which absolutely ripped faces the other day, is also down. But keep in mind that this Tron narrative is new. I do know that Mario Nafal will have the Sundog team on his space on Monday. And usually whenever that happens, there is some volatility off of that space because it's usually well attended. So keep that on your hit list for things that are coming up. Next up, my call this morning was Kobe. I have picked this for a couple days consecutively. I like this as a hold for the minute. If you pick this up this morning on the 6 hours, which about is when I put in this call, we're up about 33% on the 6 hours. So this continues to be a shiner. Now, another token that I love, and it just does not seem to be turning around quite as nicely, but I am still continuing to purchase this, is Brainlet. And it is below my average price, so I'm currently down about 6%, but I am thinking about scooping up some more of this Brainlet. The Kobe, I'm currently up about 58% on the purchases there. So these are, I try and make plays that are not parabolic, but have some good narrative, some good movement behind it. So it is nice seeing this morning's play, Kobe, doing well. This goes out in my Substack first thing in the morning. Next up, we are looking at the correlation between presidential nominee and the price of Bitcoin. Trump was up 1 percentage point in the polling. Looks like he is riding at 53%, while Kamala is coming in at 46%. And the Bitcoin price is also up on that 24-hour poll. At the time of this article that I put out in the morning, Bitcoin was trading at 61,230 schmackarolies. We have Neuralink and the GigaChad Elon Musk. He has a new patient. His name is Alex. This guy is making incredible progress. He is now playing Counter-Strike 2. He is doing 3D design software. He's doing it all without his hands, just his mind. It is absolutely amazing. While this is promising, Neuralink still faces some crazy criticism over safety and are we overstepping our boundaries? I do not think we are. I think to not utilize this type of technology is a misstep. I also believe that we are super close to having the ability to create a Neuralink type information output without going under the skin. So I know that people are working on that. There are a bunch of different haptic regions on the body to pick up sensations and give off information. So I know people are exploring that, but I would absolutely put a Neuralink chip in my brain. Now, we have Casio. They are promising some new things coming down the pike. They are doing a collaboration with Step and Go. The G-Shock inspired digital sneaker. It is going to be launching. They're only going to have 800 of these NFT sneakers, and it is based on the G Squad series. You are going to be able to pick this up in a raffle. The actual place where the raffle happens is in my Substack. If you are interested, go check that out. Next up, we have Richard Teng. He is the new CEO for Binance. In this particular photo, he does not have a pocket square, thank God. I like a lot of the things he has to say. One of the narratives that he is putting in place is he has a 100-year business plan for Binance. And to me, that's how you do things, right? That's what blockchain ideology brings to business plans. Now, CZ, he is serving a 4-month sentence. I know he will be getting out soon. If you guys are playing the meme coin game, there are going to be meme coins that go parabolic, probably off of his release, his induction back into society, his first tweet, his first announcement, all of these things. So keep in mind what is coming down the pike and decide if you want to play. Now, we have some interesting stuff going on. So a bunch of experts have been starting to weigh in on, will Donald Trump actually be able to keep his promise up in relation to all of the crypto ideology he is putting out there? I sure hope he can. We have Vice President Kamala Harris. She is being urged to take a more balanced approach to crypto, though we have yet to see her come out with a strong narrative. Now, it would be interesting if they decided to make this one of the debate points. Or do you think Kamala Harris brings up some of this cryptocurrency talking points before the election? McDonald's official Instagram was hacked, and you gotta love this stuff. It was hacked, and somebody promoted a Solana-based meme coin called Grimace. The scammers briefly inflated the token's market cap to about $20 million before it crashed, aka the dev sold. McDonald's has since regained control of their account and apologized for the incident. What's interesting, that's not a ton of money for a crypto scam. And I think part of the reason is because the crypto people know that McDonald's would never launch a token. It is absurd. Why would, okay, yes, there's scammers, but most of us understand that this is absolutely not real. We have all seen the accounts get scammed. You know what? One of the worst scams I've seen was when the scammers hacked the account, then held a live space while they were scamming people, telling people to continue to invest in this project. And they were live, just taking thousands of dollars every minute. It was interesting. Okay, Altcoin Sherpa, he is one of the crypto analysts that I follow. He is taking a bullish stance on his outlook for altcoins, anticipating a rally to start in December 2024. He says it will continue for about a year. While gains might be more modest compared to previous cycles, major moves are expected for certain altcoins. You have to make smart picks now. That is why your dollar cost averaging in on these red days now, because long-term these things hopefully will go parabolic. We have Wrecked Capital. He always has some absolutely fabulous charts to post. He suggests that Bitcoin is on the verge of a breakout, potentially entering the parabolic phase. We would love to see this just start to climb. I do not think we're there yet. Let's check in and see what his number is. So he is not giving a date. He's giving a range as to where we are. saying a breakout is imminent. Until we get, so it's interesting. He's got a resistance bar marked here at $70,000. That is such an important line because breaking through that barrier is when parabolic activity, many agree, will start. So I say that comes about the 24th of September. That is where my date is, and I've put that on wax several times. Next up, just so you guys get a nice variance of different quants and different analysis of the market. Jason Pizzino, he is another crypto expert. He is predicting Bitcoin could see a threefold increase if it surpasses the $61,500 mark. He is using Ethereum and Solana as strong altcoin picks due to their resilience and promising development. So if you are in the market and do not want to gamble too much, the basic Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum are good things to bet because the market is down at the moment. Next up, Tron. It is emerging as a potential rival to Ethereum. Tron is like, it is going to see, what do we see? Leave some comments about where you think Tron is going. Low transaction costs, super fast speeds. I'm not a super fan of the ecosystem, but he's super bright. He's a polarizing figure, and he has polarized me in the wrong way. So I don't know. It is projected to make over $2 billion by the end of 2024. It faces challenges. So there are some security and decentralization challenges. There's some SEC litigation. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff happening. So Justin Sun, it is nice to see what you've done. You've absolutely blown up the ecosystem. Because I am not participating, I'm not even going to check in to see if you are actually, this new sun pump, it was actually doing more volume than the entire Solana ecosystem. So I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I don't know how long it'll last. We're going to check in on Monday. We're going to give it a full week to ebb and flow and see who's won, who's gotten wrecked. And Monday, we will see if it is still a blip on the radar. Lastly, Vitalik Buterin has made a rare bullish post about Ethereum. Usually he is kind of hush-hush about his masterpiece. He is highlighting its strengths and potential. Again, do not discount Ethereum. The DeFi shit has the potential to run wild on the Ethereum side of things. It has been dormant. It has been quiet. Attention has flown to Solana because of the meme coins. Where the attention goes, the money goes. Now Tron, now all of these other things. Will it eventually go back to Solana, or excuse me, Ethereum, now that it has become less and less expensive and quicker and quicker? Vitalik seems to think so. He thinks that he's been facing unnecessary criticism. He wants people to continue to look at the long-term development possibilities for Ethereum and its utility purposes. If you guys would like some of this information super early in the morning, subscribe to my Substack. Warning, rare bits may cause hodling.